The Olight Perrin 2 versus the eBay XML T6 LED headlamp. Let's check them out. So the Olight's got its specifications pretty much everywhere, and they're quite detailed. You've got 5 light settings, from 5 lumens up to a whopping 2,500 lumens on its turbo mode. The eBay light's got 2 brightness settings and a strobe setting. The output claims vary greatly, with some of them going up to 100,000 lumens, which is absolutely garbage. More realistically, the maximum setting is somewhere between the Olight's 120 lumen medium setting and the 500 lumen high setting. So take the eBay light's claims with a mountain of salt. This is a real easy one. I can buy 6 of the eBay headlamps for the price of one Olight Perrin 2. The Olight comes with one 4000 mAh battery. You do have the option to buy a 5000 mAh battery as well if you want. That's available on their website. The downside is the availability of this particular size of battery. You can't really get a lot of them anywhere quickly. Like, you can't just go into Battery World or anywhere like that and get these. I don't think they've got them on the shelf. They're also what's called a proprietary battery, so even if you were to get another brand, it might not work with the light itself. So you might not be able to charge it with the charger. It might not be able to enable you to use all the functions of the torch. And that's off Olight's website as well. So they say you can use other brands if it's an emergency, but yeah, you're going to have that issue. So if you need another battery, best thing to do would be to probably buy a spare one and keep it with you just in case you lose your main one or if it gets damaged or stops charging. Otherwise, yeah, you could be in a bit of a pickle. The eBay light uses 2 18650 batteries. When you buy the light, some of them will come with batteries, but they're usually pretty rubbish. They've usually got claims for their capacity that are about as ludicrous as the light output claims. Through my own experience, those batteries have only lasted like an hour or 2 before having to be recharged. So probably worth chucking them out straight away and getting yourself a quality brand. However, the upside of these 18650 batteries is that they are a lot more widely available, and there are a few more brands to choose from. I'm running 2 3400 mAh batteries in mine, so that gives this one a really good running time, which you'll see later. It's also pretty good because you can run the torch with just one battery as well. You don't need to. So if you do lose one battery, I don't know how you're going to lose one, but hey, it could happen. You can still use your torch. So that's a pretty good thing too. The Olight comes with this lightweight and very easy to use 2 amp magnetic USB charger. It just snaps onto the base of the torch like that. How easy is that? And charges nice and quick. You've also got the added flexibility of being able to plug it into a charging pack, which is pretty good, so you can charge the thing on the go. No dramas there. But the only downside is that it is the only way to charge it. So if you lose your charger, you can't just use an ordinary USB cable to recharge it. They're not expensive to replace, but yeah, it could be just inconvenient if you lose it. So keep an eye on that one. Depending on how you purchase the light, some of them you can buy with chargers and some of them you can buy without chargers. You've got a choice. They'll send you one either with both of them, the cigarette lighter socket or a plug-in wall socket. I don't really like these chargers as they feel really cheap. So I use this little guy to charge my eBay torch batteries or any of my 18650 batteries. It does the job. Very simple to use. USB. It's just a little bulky, that's all. So if you're hiking, it's just something else you have to consider because it'll take up a little bit of room in your backpack. Other than that, charges the batteries fine, as you will see in a moment. So this is as flat as a tack now, the battery in it. The time is 10 to 7, 9 to 7, close enough. So let's see how long it takes to fully charge from dead flat. There's a little LED light here on the charger, and when that turns green, it means it's charged. Okay, so the green light's on. The time is 10:19. So yeah, that was just about 3.5 hours, tiny bit less, and that was from dead flat. Let's charge up the batteries here from the eBay lamp. So let's connect this up. So it is 3:05. I've got it charging at 1 amp. So we'll see how long it takes for these guys to charge. So that one's just ticked over there to fully charged. The other one on the right here, that was probably about 5 minutes quicker. The time now is 6:43. So yeah, it was a little over 3.5 hours to charge these two batteries. So roughly around the same time to charge the batteries for the eBay headlamp as it would be for the Olight. Well, there's absolutely no contest here because the Olight is a rugged, well-made light. It's got a waterproof rating of IPX8, which means it can be submerged in water. So it's definitely a good light to have if you're planning on hiking in bad weather or doing any canyoning or caving or anything that's going to put you in contact with a lot of water. Anything that's going to put you in contact with a lot of knocks and scrapes, things like that. It just feels solid. A very solid, strong torch. I mean, if you compare the two, it's night and day. The eBay light, on the other hand, is a bit hit and miss. I've got 3 of them. One of them I've already had to fix because it fell apart. The other 2 are pretty good. But the eBay light issues are, for starters, this wiring here is exposed, so there's a chance that can snag on things and possibly rip out. It's a bit flimsy as well. They claim that it's waterproof, but it is definitely not waterproof. Like this is the battery compartment here. You know, look at that. That is not waterproof at all. I have used it in a bit of light rain, and it hasn't had any problems with that, but nothing prolonged. Even between identical lights, you're still going to see a bit of a difference in the light, the beam spread, and the quality. You know, one's sort of a little brighter and a little clearer than the other one, and that's on the same settings as well. Like the Olight ones, they're just consistent all the way through. So that's something to keep in mind. So versatility. So the Olight can be used several different ways. You can use it as just a normal handheld torch if you'd like. You can attach it to the head strap, of course. It's also got this clip. So you attach it to here and then you can clip it onto your backpack or into your pocket. It's got the magnetic base, so you can attach it to your car if you're working on your car at night, or a metal post, anything that's magnetic. Whereas the eBay light, it can only be used as a headlamp, nothing more. So there's a wall about 40 meters away from here. So let's compare the two as far as distance goes. So there we have the eBay light on high. And that's the Olight on high. Olight on medium. It kind of just gets there to the wall. eBay light on medium. Yeah, about the same. Just makes it there. You can't really pick it up on the camera though. And we'll go the Olight Turbo. So yeah, look at that, there's no comparison in brightness there. The Olight blows it away. Okay, the time is 2:13 p.m. So we're going to switch these on. That is on its brightest, and that is on its brightest. And we're going to see how long it takes to run the batteries down in them. So it's 10 to 6 and the Olight has just started vibrating, and it does that every 30 seconds until it runs out of battery. This is to indicate that the power is now below 10%. So we'll just keep that going. 6:48 and the Olight has just switched off. So it's run out of its juice now. So that's been just a fraction over 4.5 hours, 270 minutes, which is what the box says. So let's now just see how long the eBay light keeps going for. We are at 9:10 and it's still going. The eBay light is still putting out a decent bit of light here, so it's definitely usable light. It's not all dim. Okay, it is 11:06 and it's still going. It's not really putting out a lot of light, but if you were out in the bush or something, you could still see where you were going with it, so the clock is still going. midnight. So this has been going for 10 hours, just a fraction over 10 hours. It's still throwing some light. It's not really a lot of usable light, but if you were like looking through your tent at night or your toolbox, it would still work. I'm going to call it there and just put like it's beyond, more than 10 hours worth of light from these batteries. So that's more than double what you're getting from the Olight. So yeah, that's really good with really good runtime with this little eBay light. So yeah, the eBay light wins this round easy. So what's the best out of the two? Well, that's entirely up to you and what you're going to use it for. They both weigh about the same, they're both pretty simple to use. As far as the runtime goes, there will be some variation in that depending on what batteries you use. I got the highest capacity 18650 batteries I could get for the eBay light, so that's why it lasted so long. The 21700 battery for the Olight was just 4000 milliamp hours, although you will get a longer runtime if you use the 5000 milliamp hour one. I'm just not sure how much longer you'll get though. So it's decision time. If you're going to be doing activities where you're going to be around a lot of water, say caving, or if you're going to be hiking through torrential rain, going under waterfalls, all that sort of thing, if it's going to get knocked around a bit, go for the Olight, definitely. Maybe grab a spare battery, take your power bank with you, you definitely won't be disappointed. If you don't care, if you don't want to spend much, you just want a light to keep in your car, to use only in good weather, just to use around the shed or the campsite, it's not going to get wet, there's nothing wrong with the eBay light. It's good for what it is. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about either light, feel free to ask away.